What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we have a warning being issued to Democrats that if you don't keep your promises, like fourth federal level $2,000 stimulus checks, $200 per month going out to those on Social Security, child tax credits, wiping out student loan debt, unemployment extensions, all of these provisions that were promised by Democrats, and a lot of campaigns were actually run and won on these promises. And Bernie Sanders is saying, listen, all of these promises, if you don't keep them, don't expect for anybody to vote for you in the upcoming midterm elections this November. You will lose your power. Wow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. This is your breaking news stimulus check update and stimulus package update. Now, these warnings are being issued today, but he's been doing this for quite some time. Let's take a trip down memory lane and look at these headlines from over a year ago. Senator Bernie Sanders says Joe Biden on $2,000 stimulus checks, promises must be kept. Wow. Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont pressured President Biden-elect for $2,000 stimulus checks in a tweet saying you had promised it. Keep your promise. This was over a year ago. Keep in mind, with Democrats in control of the Senate, we must keep faith with the working families of this country, saying, listen, if you tell the American people something, make sure that you keep good faith with them by following through. He said promises made must be kept. And that means that not only $2,000 direct payments, but an aggressive agenda that recognizes the economic desperation facing so many Americans. Wow, how it's still applicable even a year later. Let me know your thoughts. Now, that's not all. Take a look at these other promises. Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, Ed Markey said $2,000 per month throughout this pandemic crisis. And also, here's why Senate Democrats want to give Social Security beneficiaries an extra $200 per month amid this pandemic scare. Now, keep in mind, that was over a year and in some cases 2 years ago, and we're still waiting to see these promises fulfilled. Well, take a look at what Bernie Sanders has to say today. Bernie Sanders to Democrats, change course before you nosedive. In November, the Vermont Independent is not buying the happy talk from the party, still talking up a pre-midterm turnaround, saying, listen, nobody is buying the economy is good, we're going to turn things around, people are going to see and vote in our favor. He's saying, nah, and he has a prescription to avoid it. Take a look, you guys. Bernie Sanders wants to borrow from the GOP playbook, saying, listen, we might want to follow some of the things the Republicans are doing because our strategy right now, it's not working. Nobody's buying it. The American people aren't stupid. We are failing at this strategy, and offers a progressive contract with America like the one that drove Republicans to victory back in 1994. And take a look, Sanders, GOP has an excellent chance of gaining control of the House and possibly the Senate if they do not change course and they do not keep their promises. Wow. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Now, as we mentioned, a lot of these promises were provisions of direct assistance payments to people. Now, we had heard a lot of people say, where's those fourth federal level checks? It's been over a year. And a lot of people are saying, Joe Biden, just issue executive orders and actions. Now, if you missed my last video on it, you might want to check it out. As we're hearing, executive orders and actions have been promised by progressives. They're saying that there's going to be a laundry list of them coming once we get through certain pieces of legislation that are taking up priority right now at this time. Now, if you missed that video, check it out right after this one. The primary focus is $2,000 stimulus checks. Now, in addition to that, we've also heard that they are cranking away on stimulus packages, a revised Build Back Better bill that Democrats want to pass through reconciliation, and Joe Manchin is saying he's on board now. Well, we have a new arrival day, so I give you all the details on that. Check it out in the other video if you missed it. But that reconciliation bill, it has been stripped of all of the provisions that people wanted to see. Now, we're going to be seeing if they pass anything through and things that are not included if they do those executive orders and actions to pass them through. So you guys, there's a lot to get caught up on. We're going to dive right in. I'm going to share with you the warnings being issued by Bernie Sanders, what he had to say, and we're going to see what Congress passes as they want to get something done before these elections so that way they can persuade and remind voters when they hit the polls to vote in their favor. So let's go ahead and dive right in. But before we do, also wanted to mention, consider joining my second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance. If you're interested, I will pin a link down below in the comments. Click it, go subscribe. Going to give you more information to help out you and your family if you're interested. Also, if you appreciate the updates here on this channel, don't forget to take a quick second second, smash the like button. Helps me out with the algorithm. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Share it out if you think it could help out other people. If this is your first time here and you want to stay up to date on all this stuff, I share with you all of my sources. I put them in the description. I put the articles on the screen so you can see they're the latest, and I read right from them so you know. And if you want to stay up to date, it's totally free. Why not? Come join the Ram fam. Just take one moment to hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. And with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in. So, link in the description below to this article that just came out, and let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, as Bernie Sanders has something to get off of his chest. He says, without a course correction, he sees the Democratic Party on track to get shellacked this fall. Now, as the progressive Vermonter, not one to mince words, put it in an interview on Tuesday, he said, you really can't win an election with a bumper sticker that says, we can't really do much, but the other side is worse. Now, take a look at this other article, going to give us more details. It says, Senator Bernie Sanders told Politico in an interview published on Thursday, today, that enthusiasm within the Democratic Party is extremely low, and warned of low turnout from the party's base in this year's midterm elections. Sanders argued that Democrats won't clinch victories in the midterms, even after the leak of the draft of the Supreme Court opinion that they would overturn Roe v. Wade, and that the GOP's opposition to most of the gun control measures following two high-profile mass shootings in May. The Republicans stand an excellent chance to gain control of the House and quite possibly the Senate as well, he told Politico. Democrats face significant headwinds to maintain their razor-thin majorities in Congress in the midterm elections, a problem that has only been exacerbated by voters concerned over high inflation. And inflation rates have soared to a near 40-year high in the wake of the pandemic, and many Americans are feeling the financial squeeze at the gas pump and the grocery store. Now, Sanders also reiterated his long publicized concern over the party's handling of the two centrists, Senator Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema, who have reportedly opposed large components of President Biden's top agenda items. Now, after months of negotiating on the Build Back Better agenda last year, Manchin rejected the sweeping package that included climate-related provisions and expansion of the social safety net. So, he is bringing that back to the forefront, and he's saying, listen, we've got to make some changes, and we've got to change our messaging and our focus. Right now, there's a lot of things that they're focusing on that they're saying will not persuade voters to vote in their favor, in their power. There's a lot of things they're focusing on that are not the priority of the voters. They got to change their messaging and persuade them to vote for them by putting their concerns first, which is the economy, inflation, stimulus. These things are the top priority, and we're hearing that stimulus checks, another round, is actually approved by 80% of the population. They're saying, yes, we're dealing with inflation, but just repurpose existing funds that are just sitting there and send out more checks to help out people. Also, 1 out of 3 people approve of the president's performance right now. We're hearing the vast majority of people do not approve of President Joe Biden and the handling of the economy. They're saying something has got to change, because if they do not do something, change something right away, Bernie Sanders is predicting, and a lot of people are saying correctly, that there is going to be a red wave, a Republican takeover in November. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So we will see if Democrats step up and pass more stimulus, more provisions, if they get their act together, change their messaging, and are able to persuade voters in the elections. And we're hearing that all of this is going to be picking up in the upcoming days, months as we get closer. I'll be sure to keep you up to date on everything. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the channel. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash the like button if you appreciate the content, the updates. Helps out my channel a ton. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If you want to stay up to date, totally free, come join the Ram fam. Why not? It's free. All it does is take a second by hitting the subscribe button, turning on that notification bell. Any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. Consider joining the second channel, Steve Ram Finance, to learn about growing wealth and personal finance, and keep an eye out for a comprehensive list of all stimulus checks on all levels to everybody in the nation that the majority of people don't even realize are available. I'm going to make sure that you don't miss out on anything and you know about everything. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me once again, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.